Welcome back to episode number 10. You can heal your life. We are still on chapter number 6, resistance to change. I hope you all got to see the previous episode where we spoke about how the different forms of resistances come in, where they come in from, and how they, can be picked up. And awareness is the key to before we bring about the change. Now, coming to the next part of the chapter where we start with, locating the resistance. Is it coming from ourselves or is it coming from the environment? Many times, because we don't want to face that resistance, we want to change everything around us, including our friends. We want to fix them, or we want to fix the people around us. Now, agreed, as a counselor also, I understand that we may be in a toxic environment and we may need to change the environment altogether. But expecting that we are going to be able to change every other person is really not a possibility. So you need to ask yourself whether you need to change in some way. You need to do your mirror work. Your mirror work is what Louise Hay comes back to again and again. And ask yourself, are you truly willing to change? Is that willingness present? Are you able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, you know what? I think it's good. I think you are really trying your best and you are now choosing. So I am now choosing to change. I am willing to change. That willingness is what Louise Hay keeps coming back to. Second, she talked about repeated patterns that exist in our life, repeated patterns in our relationships, in our career, finance, whatever it may be, is because there is some need within us which is not being fulfilled, or which we are in some way, there is a lack which we are, creating again and again and again. So it's not that we need to feel guilty about it, or it's not the question that you do not have the willpower to change it, or you don't have the discipline to change it, but it's because that there is a resistance to the change which we have still not become aware of. We have somehow or the other come back to the situation that that pattern is fulfilling us in some sort of way. Okay, we do not know what it is. We actually need to go back, understand where the pattern come from, because without it we may feel that we are not worthy enough, or we are seeking that validation in some way. The lack of worth is what actually causes the procrastination or us delaying certain things. We tend to label ourselves as procrastinators and feel guilty and feel bad and lazy, because that becomes also as an excuse. We may also experience certain amount of jealousy or resentment towards other people who are successful in our our perspective. For somebody who has a bigger car, maybe a better family, or whatever it may be, and we, instead of being grateful and appreciating it, I'm just saying, coincidentally today I heard in the morning about somebody telling me that celebrate your enemy's success. It's a very weird sentence, but it kind of made a lot of sense that instead of feeling jealousy, when we start celebrating, we are shifting our perspective into something which is much more positive. So feel good and choose that vibration. So coming back to your own self-worth, it's about you knowing what you are, you knowing what you truly want to do, you allowing to accept yourself rather than limiting yourself by your age, by your caste, by your orientation, by your religion, whatever it is. Rather than limiting yourself, you are actually feeling that you deserve something, and you then choose willingly again to resist, to let go of the resistance, whatever was holding you back. You stop criticizing yourself again and again rather than complaining about yourself, in firing yourself in your mind. We've had a bad incident and we start firing, why did I do this, why did I do that, and you feel angry with yourself, or seeking that validation for that inner child that was never given the right amount of love. So all of these factors ultimately are affecting your life and are bringing about resistance to the change in the way that you want to. So for today's exercise, what I want you to do is pick up 5 negative sentences, self-criticism sentences that you think that you tell yourself, or they could be procrastination excuses or whatever that you feel, and ask yourself, how does that feel? Okay. Every time that you complain to yourself or you find an excuse, consciously now ask yourself, how does that feel? And then go back to the mirror. Okay, go back to the mirror and say, I consciously am now willing to let go of this particular change. I am willing to let go of the factors that are causing me this resistance. So do it for 5 things, and of course, please let me know if you are doing the exercises. Keep us posted, because this is for the audience. This is for all of you. I hope you are sharing with your friends as well. Once again, I'm Dr. Amir Parekh signing off. Thank you so much.